think that people make, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think people make full careers like journalists did back then. Like where their only job is to interview people.
Well, now they have
because
podcasts.
now they have to be a personality and a brand on their own.
Well, now they have podcasts. So they do that.
Yeah, but when they have podcasts, it feels like, because if you're going to watch our podcast, you're watching for us. Like even Call Her Daddy, right? Like she's bringing on guests, but people are watching Call Her Daddy for Alex Cooper. They're not watching it for the guests.
Yeah.
Like it's because she already created a brand for herself,
right.
and then she brought in the guests.
Right.
And that's kind of like, she's probably the biggest interviewer right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, how juicy and interrogative can you get when you're signing NDAs, bro?
Who the frick is signing an NDA in that scenario?
I guess.
You?
Me.
Yeah, I'll make you sign one.
No, but my dream is to one day be on Call Her Daddy. I was thinking today, like when I was getting ready for this podcast.
That's your dream?
One of.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Never heard this dream before, Sophia.
I watch that podcast like every day.
I know. Just saying you haven't shared this with me on a personal level, on a personal note.
Well, I feel like Call Her Daddy is like a very acceptable podcast to be on. You know what I mean?
Socially.
Yeah.
It's not edgy.
It's not. It was. She started very
Back
edgy.
in the day.
And that's how she, you know what? I look to her because I'm like, they started real spicy, real edgy, talking about the Gluck Gluck, the whatever they were talking about.
What?
Yeah, the Gluck Gluck 9000.
Who started that?
Or 5,000, 3,000. I don't fucking know what number it is. Call Her Daddy girls. That's how they got viral from the Gluck Gluck. That's how they made their entire career from the Gluck Gluck.
I'm hearing the pass-through audio and I don't like that.
Wait, you don't know what it is?
I can extrapolate.
What do you think it is?
I think I know exactly what it is.
You do?
I don't know if I like this angle as much.
Why? Because you don't like looking into my eyes?
It's very intimate.
You don't want to be intimate with me?
No, it does, but it also feels like we're...
Just be honest. You don't like being intimate with me.
It also just feels like we're very much in a sit-up position, you know? Like we're Barbara Walters style.
Let me tell you something. When you lay down on a couch, people are less likely to watch you. Aaron, when you slouch down and lower your posture like that, it's boring, and it's not.
I understand. I can see that. I
actually
appreciate
think you're more alive right now than you ever are. I do. I think you're more activated, Aaron.
You think so? I think you're the one activated today.
Well, today, you guys.
When you woke me up to the most insane thing I've ever seen before in my life. That. Yeah, I could tell.
So I don't know why it takes Aaron. We're doing Whole30. I never thought I would come to this day. Yeah. You can eat potatoes though on it, which is pretty lit, but already gave up gluten, already gave up dairy, already gave up refined sugar, which means I just put maple syrup on everything. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm like an all natural today in my PJs and my no bra look, but
Jesus Christ.
I have been dealing with some skin issues and some gut issues since going off the pill. I want to give you a little update. I know Aaron finds this segment boring because he's sexist and a misogynist, but I just want to go over it because it's important to me and to all the women out there who are dealing with this, because it's really scary. And just when your body is fluctuating and changing so much, it just feels like you're out of control and you want to cry about it every day, and then you get more anxious about it and then that worsens your symptoms. So I'm trying to stay cool, trying to stay calm, trying to stay collective, but I don't think waking up at 5:30 is helping. Anyway, since going off, so see, like when you don't pay attention to me when I'm talking about my body, it's actually really disturbing.
It doesn't feel like you're talking to me right now.
I think that if there was like,
doesn't feel like I'm being invited
if there was
into this
another
moment.
man in that chair,
yeah, what would he do? I'm making
he'd be
sound
fake
effects
listening to me.
These are sound effects. Look at this little fire. You're on fire. You're in heat.
Actually, I'm not in heat whatsoever.
Oh, I know that.
Do you know how many people would die to sit across from me like this?
Several.
No, actually, they wouldn't. I've lost my appeal.
In what way?
I don't know, Aaron.
Anyway, so
I'm gonna finish my story about birth control because it's important.
I agree.
No, you don't.
It's powerful.
You
and
piece
important.
of shit.
Please.
So, Maybe bleep that because I don't want people to think that I'm rude to you.
Yeah, so we have like 40 episodes of this podcast of evidence. I don't think like this
people
is the
don't
one
dig that
thing.
deep anymore. People don't do research.
People don't dig that deep?
No.
Go to episode 3, see what she says about.
Anyway, the point is that I have been severely bloated for probably the second month since going off birth control, like month and a half. And no matter what I eat, no matter what exercises I do, I am not digesting food properly. I'm not passing properly. And my stomach is as hard as a rock and very bloated, even though I'm eating the healthiest I ever have in my entire life. Please, please, please comment below if you've had any of these similar issues. I've just been scrolling on Reddit threads nonstop, and I would just like to hear from some of our listeners if you do have any birth control issues, or if any of your partners have any birth control issues, or your mom or your sister, whoever you know. Also, my skin has been breaking out here and here, and it's been really rough for my confidence. I look in the mirror every morning and I cry. And I know that Aaron doesn't think that that's a big deal, but my confidence in beauty means a lot to me. And my rosacea has been freaking out. So honestly, this is better symptoms than I expected. And it's only the first month and a half. I hope it levels out by month 3, hopefully by month 6. But I don't know. It feels like there's a little no one in sight right now. So that's why we're doing Whole30. To kind of just clear out my digestion. And if I'm going to be real with you guys, you know, I don't eat steak, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork. So it's going to be really fucking hard for me. And I don't know if this is a good idea or not. But I'm trying to take out like soy and legumes, even though beans are like my main diet. So yeah, thinking about this, I don't really know if it's a good idea because I'm currently starving. But I've been starving since day 1 of going off the pill. I've been ravenous, starving. I just want a piece of bread and a burger. And I don't even like meat that much. So if that says anything about us, Aaron is also doing Whole30 with me to support me.
Oh, I'm in.
But I think it's because he wants to be shredded. And he says that if he doesn't get the results he wants, he's going to... I don't know what he's going to do. But it's not going to be pretty. Anyway, today... I plan to have chia seed pudding in the morning because that's part of the Whole30 diet plan, right? And we had a nice little chia seed pudding for me. Here's what you do. Cashew milk. If you can't drink dairy, drink cashew milk.
What is it? What is it? All of it? We have this new angle and I haven't been addressed once this entire time.
Don't drink whole milk, you nasty bitch. And don't drink oat milk. That has seed oils in it. And it's fucking delicious. Okay, so I don't blame you if you do, but don't drink oat milk if you're on Whole30, right? Or if you have inflammation. So I put some cashew milk, some chia seeds, some flax seeds, some cut up.
You did?
Aaron made it for me. Some cut up. He also made the curry tonight.
That was less good.
He made up some cut up nice dates. You can use dates for sweetener. No maple syrup, no honey, no nothing like that. Some cacao nibs, some walnuts, some bananas. Is this not interesting to you?
This part? The breakdown of the recipe of what exactly went to chia seed pudding before you had a freak attack out on the street? I want to get to the freak attack on the street, personally.
You have to lead up to it.
Okay, we're leading.
So I was starving this morning, as I usually am when I wake up at 5 a.m.
Sure.
And I also... didn't have to be there for the first class, which I didn't realize. So I was just sitting by myself for an hour in the dark because I was too afraid to get out and go home.
You stayed there instead of leaving?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, obviously. Did you see me back this morning?
No.
I would have woken you up in frustration. I knew that wasn't going to be good for either of us.
Okay.
So I was bloated. I was hungry. I'm hormonal and a mess. Please drop comments if you guys have any suggestions about this, because I'm actually struggle busting over here. So I was going to have my chia seed pudding at 9 a.m. sharp. I was like planning it, really looking forward to it. A little treat to start my day. And I look in my bag. I see, oh God, I forgot the chia seed pudding. How could I do that to myself? So my coworker sends me out to get some tea because I like to do little tea runs sometimes. Takes my mind off of the Pilates. And I'm waiting in the line. I'm like, maybe I should just walk home. And I was like, no, it's hot tea. I bought hot tea. Like, it'll be fine. Okay. I'll just wait for my tea. So I wait for my tea. I drink it. And I'm like, oh, I'm still hungry. Maybe Aaron's up by now. I'm going to text him.
You're hungry after drinking tea? A liquid?
So
What
9
was the
a.m.
expectation there?
9 a.m. I wanted it sharp. And I thought I could like curb my hunger a little and wait to go home for the 10 a.m. But anyway, I text Aaron. He's up at 9. He's like, yes, I'll bring your chia seed pudding. So when you say yes, you'll bring something. We live a block away from the Pilates studio. And we also, it was already pre-made. Okay, it was ready to go. Couldn't have been easier for him to just walk around the corner and give me the chia seed pudding. But Aaron doesn't like to leave the house. He hates it. So I'm waiting. I check Aaron's location. He's still at home. Check Aaron's location. He's still at home. It's an hour has passed. And Aaron, I swear to God, why does it take you so long to get the chia seed pudding? So I text him. I'm like, are you coming or not? Just tell me. Just be honest. Just be communicative. He says, no, he's not coming.
I did not say that. You say at 8, I literally have the receipt right here. Today, 8:13 a.m. Hey, exclamation point. I forgot my chia seed pudding. Oh no. Could you bring it to me during the 9 a.m.? Or if it's too much, no worries. I'm an idiot. Love you. Sorry, did I wake you? So I'm an idiot comes at 8:14. At 9:04 a.m. Love you. Sorry, did I wake you? Are you bringing it? Because you called me on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You called me on the phone. Presumably because you thought I was still sleeping, right? So the apology was retroactive, knowing that you would probably mail. Which again, it's fine.
Sometimes you apologize out of courtesy. Get the fuck up, Aaron. You go to bed at the same time as me.
I understand. I'm not upset about that. I'm just reiterating. Yes, about to leave. That was probably a lie on my part. Oh, no, because at 9:04 you say, love you, sorry, did I wake you? And then at 9:45 you say, are you bringing it? And I say, yes, about to leave. And then you said, okay, I'll just walk to you. 10:04
Yeah,
a.m.
because it was
okay, shouting into the mic.
It was 15 fucking minutes. And I needed my chia seed pudding. So I walk home. I'm like, whatever. I storm home.
No, you didn't let me finish reading the text. I don't understand why it takes an hour to drop off something already ready. Just say no if that's the case. And then I didn't respond. And then when I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to go. So then I got up.
He also doesn't text me. I don't know. Were you sitting in bed all morning?
No, it was working.
Yeah, right. You couldn't bring me my chia seed pudding because you were working for an hour? Yeah, right. You liar. You were laying in bed. Tell the people the truth. They want to know.
I wasn't laying in bed at that point.
When did you really get out of bed?
At 9, I was up. When I said I was about to leave, I was still in bed. But then I got out of bed.
You were about to leave at 9:45.
Oh, yeah. I said I was about to leave at 9:45.
You sat in bed for 45 minutes after I texted you.
What? What is happening at this point? I don't understand what's happening. No.
Let me just finish the story because I'm getting more and more upset.
No, I'm getting upset now.
Fine, you finish the story.
Yeah, because I get up.
What the fuck does retroactively mean?
Did you just drop? Okay, we'll come back to that. We're gonna come back to that. I leave the house. I'm getting down. Our landlady's downstairs. She's always doing something around the building. Good for her. She opens the door for me and says, have a nice day. I say, you have a nice day too. So I'm walking. It's been a little bit muggy in Los Angeles. That's fine. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring her this thing. I do feel bad because I'm a little bit late. And I understand that. You're hungry.
An hour late.
You're hungry. I get that. So I'm walking. And then I'm at the stop.
Wait, let me say my part.
Literally across the street. And then what happens? Because I'm actually interested from your perspective.
So I decide I'm just going to walk home because Aaron isn't even responding to me. He's not even giving me the courtesy of a response to be like, no, I'm not coming. I'd rather just from 9 a.m., no, I'm not coming. I would have gone an hour before. So I'm like, I'm going to have to walk back to get this chia seed pudding. This sucks. So I walk past our landlady. I check Aaron's location. I see he has just left the building as soon as I've entered. So I walk past her, go up 2 flights of stairs, and run back down. And I see Aaron's little, dot moving.
At what point?
So I start running.
At what point do you FaceTime me? Because I'm at the corner, about to cross the street.
So I call him twice. No answer. He's not even, right? So then I FaceTime him.
You did not finish your sentence there. You said, so he's not right? What the heck was even that?
You weren't answering me. So I had to FaceTime you because this is a trick that my mom does to me.
What?
When you FaceTime someone, the ringer is louder. So they have to pick up.
Okay.
So
I didn't get your calls.
So I FaceTime him and I start charging down the
Well, I see the FaceTime. I'm like, oh, she's probably at work.
I see him check the FaceTime as if he's thinking about answering it.
That did not happen.
I was like, if he's thinking about answering this FaceTime and doesn't, he's getting plummeted in the middle of the street.
He just doxed us, but okay.
Just leave that out. Okay, so what'd you do?
So you call me. And then I'm on FaceTime. I'm like, oh, she's going to be outside her work. And like I hear panting over the phone. I'm like, where the frick is this girl? And then I see just your face like bobbing in the street. And then I turn around and you're charging at me at like top speed. I've never seen you run in my entire life. You're charging at me at top speed. Angry. Angry look on that face. Let me just say. Charging large.
I had a long morning, Aaron. I was working for 8 hours straight at a Pilates studio front desk, okay? No one should do that.
I understand. I don't think you should either. I mean, I'm in a complete agreement. I agree with you completely.
Anyway, and then I went into like this rabbit hole of finding Annie Baker, which I don't know.
Back to Annie Baker again.
I don't know if you guys... I don't know if I mentioned it on the pod. I think I just took like a psychotic video of me twitching on the couch where I was like...
Yes, you did.
I really need
I
to
looked at
find
it. I couldn't edit that together.
Why?
Because then it was after... I looked at it after...
I don't like the way you paint me. When you said that I was acting like the Bjork.
When I saw the video...
That really hurt me.
When I saw the video... Basically, Sofia had an audition for an Annie Baker project. And she has been trying to find
I know that this role is right
Annie Baker.
for me.
She's trying to physically find her.
Okay, let's be honest. I haven't.
Do you understand why that's an issue?
I haven't been trying that hard. I haven't hired a person.
You were like, I'm going to hire someone on Fiverr to find Annie Baker for me.
Because I saw an ad on Instagram, which was like, if you can find, and it was this like nice, like smart woman, and she had found the email of like the Disney producers, and she's writing for Disney now because she found their email on Fiverr.
Okay.
And I was like, this is my sign to find her email on Fiverr. And I don't like the way that you're looking at me.
Sophia said, because we were thinking about going to New York, she's like, I'm only going to New York if I can physically find Annie Baker.
Because what a disappointment would it be if I went to New York and I didn't get a coffee with her, or if I didn't tell her how I feel.
Do you understand how this is sounding from my perspective, right?
I know it sounds crazy, but look, you guys don't know how right I am for this role, and you guys don't know how much I would kill this role, okay? I know it sounds psychotic, but if I was sitting on Jimmy Fallon and he was interviewing me, Kimmel, I don't fucking know which one you like, and I was sitting on that chair and they were asking me, so Sofia, you were trying to find Annie Baker and you actually sent her like several tapes.
I'm rereading the text that you sent me.
You sent her several tapes of you doing numerous scenes from her plays that were really thought out and really great, and
her
she
face is all on the wall, and you printed out a map, a pin location of her address and all of her loved ones.
I don't like how you're doing this because she's gonna get the wrong idea. She needs to know that I'm a normal person.
Sure. So after I'm interrupting. No. I'm butting in because after the chia seed pudding incident, I get back. Sofia texts me again with a draft of what she wants to text her manager about checking on the audition. It's not a super long paragraph. It's fine. So, but it's long.
Literally, sometimes I look up things that I should do on Reddit, And so I was like, should you text your manager multiple times about an audition that you've gotten that you really want?
What did they say?
No. AI
Yeah.
said
So you read
said wait an appropriate amount of time, which it has been.
that? Right. Well, you did the first time about this.
This is only the second time I've asked. Third.
Well, okay. Regardless. Anyway, so then you say that, which is fine, which is totally fine. And then you said, I'm going to send this to her. And then you said, Aaron, I can't stop thinking about this project. I've made a plan to film 4 scenes this week and next week for 4 of her plays. Then I will find her email and send them to her as an introduction and mention that if she's interested in grabbing coffee, I will be in New York next month. I need this, Aaron. I fucking need this. This last part is what made me nervous. I need to fight for what's right, Aaron. And I said, holy shit. And you said, what do I do? Follow my plan? It's all consuming, Ayan. You spell my name wrong. All consuming. And my bloat is extremely painful. Answer me. Why don't you answer your phone? What the fuck are you even doing? Like what? Actually, how? This is my life. I need to find Annie Baker. Aaron, it's urgent. I know I don't speak often like this, but I have to go after my dreams. What is this post-it note you're giving me? Extreme plan to get Annie Baker to notice me because you only live once? And then you have the 4 plays? What's on the other side to do today?
Nothing. I did nothing on that to-do list.
Yeah, there's nothing done. This is incriminating evidence that you should get rid of immediately. Show this to nobody else.
Aaron, you have to hear me out, bro. You have to hear me out, okay? No, I wanted that. I actually.
I think this is for the best.
A moment of silence for my dreams.
I think you can.
Aaron,
Yeah?
I don't know if you've ever wanted something as badly as I do. You don't have that desire built into your body.
This is quite exceptional.
No, I want things with like a deep passion where like when I sleep and wake, I think about them constantly.
I am aware of this.
So, let me explain this to you because I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
I'm not a stalker. I'm not a creep. I would never make Annie Baker uncomfortable. I just want to work with her one day.
Okay. Opposite. If you received, if someone was like, oh, hey, check out this podcast link, someone talked about you and you saw this, what would you do? How would
Should
you
we not
feel?
post this?
I think we're going to, but
I would feel concerned because like
are they okay?
my true like deep dark emotions are out on this podcast. Like there's really no filtering myself here. I've actually like if you guys met me in real life, you'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so elegant, so calm, so collected, so smart, so quiet, so nerdy. But here I'm like, I know that I'm chaotic and I know that I do things that are unsettling, but that's because imagine if you were saying all of like the things that you think you shouldn't, that you're like, oh, I really shouldn't say that. And it's just your deepest, darkest thoughts and you just put it on the internet. Like that's what this podcast is for me.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to explain that to Annie Baker. I'm a hard worker. I know that I would kill that role.
Okay.
And I know that I'm great to work with.
Right.
I'm very responsible. I'm
She is.
very dependable. I'm diligent. And I pour my whole heart into everything I do, which this is not the best example of. But
I think this is actually a great example of that.
I just want you to know that if you are casting Annie Baker, please reach out to me. I know that I would kill that role. And I don't know, when I was practicing it,
You felt good.
it just felt like something special for me. And I know that that's crazy, but I am so tired of working 8 hours a day front desk at a Pilates studio.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I do that often. I usually work 5 hours. But I don't know.
what you're saying.
I cannot live, or, we could move to San Francisco and start a cafe.
Those are the 2 options. What would be on the menu? What
Aaron,
would,
no, because look, you have a real job. You're promoted to manager now, and you make a decent salary. I feel like you have a life that you're comfortable with and okay with living. Every single day I wake up, I think to myself, how am I going to drastically change my life?
Right.
And I continue down this path because I hope that after, repetitive efforts, something will come.
Sure.
It's been 2 years of repetitive efforts.
Right.
I have gotten a film, but it was something that I submitted for by myself.
Okay. It's quite noble.
But I know that in this next year, as I get older, enter my 5th year of the 20s,
25, okay.
I need my life to change because I
Sure.
know that 25 is going to be a big year for me.
I
And
agree.
this year was supposed to be the climb. I thought that I would, get a TV show this year. But turns out there was a strike and not a lot of pilots that I auditioned for. And I know you think I'm ridiculous. I know it's like a 10-year journey, but it's also like 10 years, 5 years of that journey and sometimes longer is like you working up your way slowly.
Right.
And how can you work up your way if you're not booking?
Work up your way.
Work your way up. Yes, I know I sound like an idiot sometimes, Aaron.
You don't. I'm very proud of
You're
you.
being very condescending tonight.
I'm really not trying to. I'm sorry I set your dreams on fire.
You literally did. And sometimes it makes me think, do you think that this relationship is holding me back?
What? In what way? Don't sip your tea after a statement like that.
I think I would do much more psychotic things if I wasn't with you. Maybe that's what this world needs.
I think you
'Cause
have
I
a
feel-
healthy
I
balance.
feel your judgment with everything I do. I'm
I don't.
constantly terrified
Look,
of the
look.
way that you view me.
Look,
I am.
why?
Because
You're scared of how I view you?
Yes, you're a harsh judge, and everyone knows it, even your friends.
I'm not a harsh judge.
Yeah, you are.
You're afraid of the way I think of you, of what I think of you.
Yes.
Why? I'm proud of you, bud.
I know you're proud of me, but
Proud of you every day.
for example, okay, let's say that I get this role in a million years. Or let's say, not a million years. Let's say I get the role,
Okay.
which is 1 in a million is what I was trying to say. Sorry, 5 a.m. brain, even though I slept for 3 hours today. Let's say I get this role, 1 in a million.
Sipping your tea.
Okay? No one would call me crazy then. They would call me determined.
That's true.
They would call me a star. You have to live in delusion if you're going to be an actor.
Sure.
In pure delusion. And I don't think you have enough delusion, Aaron.
What do you think I have?
I think you have complacency.
This is good.
It's cinnamon apple.
It
It's because we're on a diet. Everything tastes magical.
almost tastes sweet.
I know.
It's good. I liked it. No, I don't think it's complacent. I think that the things that I want to do are more geared towards things that, like, it's just like, I got to finish editing. I got to finish writing. These are things that I feel like are within my power, and I just need to stop being lazy. It's like fighting my laziness is more of the battle.
Yeah, and it's disgusting. Why are you sitting in your own laziness? Why are you laying in bed for an hour before you bring me my chia seed pudding? Why do you do that to yourself? Don't you want greatness? I am never going to marry you if we don't get to that level.
The level of greatness. To be a great guy.
Not Aaron. I feel like your parents might be watching this podcast. I don't know why.
Nah, I don't think so. Right now, in this moment,
I don't
in
know.
Paris.
If they see you,
Uh-huh.
if they see the way that I talk to you, they'll probably hate me. So,
Well, it's,
which is fair. It is.
what can one do, Just live life. Live, laugh, love.
No,
Dance, act, live, laugh, love.
don't out me like that. Anyway, I don't know. I think I'm just in a weird place where I need my life to change very soon.
Sure.
And all the projects that we've created are taking forever to come out because you are slow.
Yeah.
And I have no skills. Hence,
Tech skills. Let's clarify.
yeah, but those are the skills that we need to make these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's 90% of the work is editing and writing. Creating the project,
or that's 90% of the time that it takes.
Yeah, and creating the project itself is not that.
It's a very small percentage of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you work like 90% is what you hate doing, and then that 10% is creative.
Well, the 10% is like the fun, quote unquote, fun part.
Yeah.
If you're like an actor, especially, you just get to prance around, man. You're just prancing. People are like, oh, it's hard. You're just prancing.
Your life is so much easier as an actor.
Well, there's just like no stress.
Well, yes and no, because I think it's probably easier to get a job doing other stuff. So
Perhaps, yeah. No, I agree with that. But in terms of like labor,
yeah,
it's like impossible. Yeah, no. Like the act of like being chosen is hard.
yeah. I don't want to wait to be chosen. I want to scream my name from the rooftops, and I want people to see me, Aaron.
Mm-hmm. So you understand when you say like I want to scream my name?
You think that that's a weird thing because you are familiar with quiet and peace and silence. I'm not uncomfortable by silence. I don't mind silence.
Yeah.
But I want to be known. Aaron.
Right. King of the world.
I don't think you think this is a joke. You think that this is what blasé whatever.
Right.
But I don't think you actually do want to be known in the same way I do. And that's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't think that you like have this timeline in your life the way I do. Because you don't one day want to bear children. You just want them to pop out for you and then waddle up and be like, "Hi, Dad." It's
what?
Pathetic, Aaron.
Okay.
You understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
I know. Oh, I know.
But do you know why?
Yeah, I think I do.
Good. I don't want to get dark here. I don't want to get dismal. I want to be hopeful.
I think you've
wanna
been
be
good.
Uplifting.
I think we've kept it up.
I
Speak from
have
the
a
heart.
dream. I know that I'm
one
good
day.
at this thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Is there anything entertaining that you want to talk about?
No.
Go for it.
No. You have the floor. I yield my
No.
time.
Also, we found out that like people from our school might be listening to this now, though I don't think that they would watch the full podcast.
They're probably not listening all the way through, which is I'm cool with that.
Me too.
Cool with that.
I think the only people that would listen all the way through are strangers, and that's the way I like podcasting.
Same.
Anyway, that's my spiel for the day. I don't want to get into it because you don't seem interested.
I'm super interested in you.
No, you're not.
I think we got a good thing going.
Go ahead. Why don't you talk about what you want to do with your life, Aaron?
I have to specifically
After
talk
burning
about
my dreams.
I have to specifically talk about that. I'm sorry for burning your dreams.
No, talk about whatever you want.
I didn't want you to be imprisoned for what was on that note.
Upset.
I'm trying to protect you.
See, I don't like it when you look at me like I'm crazy. Like
You're not.
No, it's rude.
You're not crazy. You're not.
I know you think I'm crazy.
You're a good guy.
Stop.
Okay.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you think that I'm crazy and delusional, but let's just see
Where are you looking?
Let's just see what happens in 10 years.
There was nothing there.
Let's just see how the tables turn in 10 years, Aaron. Because when I'm on top of the world and
I'm on your side. What do you think we're adversaries? You think we're adversaries?
Yes.
How so?
100%. Because you think I'm crazy, and everyone who thinks I'm crazy will one day be proven wrong.
I don't think you're crazy.
Crazy is what gets you ahead.
I don't
You
think you're
that
crazy.
Steve Jobs is fucking sane?
No, he was a horrible person.
Exactly.
He was very mean to his kid.
I'm not evil, Aaron, so I have to be delusional.
Are you saying he's evil, but so his evilness made him crazy? You have delusion, which makes you crazy, but you're not evil. See, we just need to clarify.
You're either a child star who's traumatized, or you pave your way through delusion. There's no other way.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day I wake up, I am told by various people that this is an impossible career and that you only make it if you get lucky.
Mm-hmm.
The odds are 1 in a million.
Mm-hmm.
that feels like shit when people tell me that. That makes me want to move to San Francisco and
start
open
a
coffee shop, even though I don't know how to make macchiato shittiato. I don't know what to do. I can't even drink coffee. I don't even like the taste of it.
Right.
But I do think that selling cashew milk would be a great deal for some people because no preservatives in that. Anyway, what I'm saying is that, Aaron, you have to have this level of delusion to keep yourself going.
Sure, I completely agree.
Like that hour that I was buzzing over
you were
Annie
buzzing.
Baker, and I was like, oh my God, like, I know that I could get this role if I just reach out to her and if I just show her my acting ability. Yes, it was crazy. Yes, you talked me off a ledge. But that got me through 2 hours of work thinking that. Knowing that those 2 hours of work were somewhat spent thinking about my dreams.
That's
because
great.
Some days it's really just, I know, I have not a very hard life, but it is painful when you want something so badly and all you can do is hope that it will come to you. And everyone does think you're crazy and everyone will think I'm crazy. But when
I don't think you're crazy.
When I'm on Jimmy Fallon and people look back at this podcast, they'll think, wow, she was a go-getter.
Here's the thing.
It always happens.
I don't think you're crazy. I completely know that your intentions are as pure or as cool as a cucumber.
But other people don't know that, Sophia, and you're going to be arrested. I would never stalk someone.
I know.
I
just don't want people
chased, Aaron.
I know.
I've been chased. I've been hollered at. I've been followed. I would never make someone feel uncomfortable like that.
I know you wouldn't.
And to accuse me of that is actually not funny.
I'm not accusing you.
It's very serious.
I'm not saying that you are intentionally doing that.
Who followed a girl in the dark with their car?
Don't say, okay.
Not me.
I thought you was someone else.
But you didn't even have the social awareness to know that
that's
stopping your car next to a girl in the dark is terrifying.
Did she actually start running?
Yes! You fucker! Are you fucking kidding me?
That's my bad.
If you stopped in the middle of the street, if someone's car stopped in the middle of the street while I was walking home from work, you know that I'd be calling you panicked.
I thought
and
that
you'd be like, okay, it's fine, because you live.
I understand that was a mistake.
But that's what I'm saying. Ago. I would never make someone feel like that. I know.
Okay. In the way that you need to protect me from accidentally making mistakes like that, I am trying to protect you. I didn't intend on doing that. I thought we knew that person. Yes, I accidentally followed a girl in a car at night, and that was an accident. You were also there. You were there.
I said, stop it.
You knew my intention.
Stop it.
Right, so I'm doing the same thing for you. Your intentions are pure. You're just trying to say hi. You're just trying to wave to Annie Baker across the street and tell her that maybe let's work together. I'm done with the Annie
Baker situation. It's fine. I guess I'll put it to rest.
But I'm just saying, like,
no,
the way this plan is.
Fine. You're right.
I just don't want Annie Baker to feel like I made that girl feel that night.
No, you're right. You're right. You're very right.
We're gonna find her.
No, we're not.
And we're gonna make her.
I don't want to find her if she's uncomfortable. I want her to live a happy life. I think she's the greatest writer. I think she's a voice of our generation, and I think that she's gonna be an incredible filmmaker. I really do.
And you're gonna work with her one day. We're putting it out there. We're gonna find her one day. Searching for Annie Baker. Title of this episode. I'm gonna send it to her husband, who works at Columbia.
I don't want her to see that and be uncomfortable. Now I feel really bad that I've scared her.
You didn't scare her. I don't think she knows. I don't think it's on the radar. And then in 5 years from now, after you've already, I think it's chill. Don't worry about it.
But how do you make it if you don't get discovered, Aaron?
It's gonna happen for you.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, how have you been? What's the thing that you're craving most right now?
I want to go to a diner. I want some potatoes.
Such a diner boy.
I want some eggs. I want some pancakes. I love when you get the syrup and the potatoes. I love when you get the
syrup
bacon.
in the glass
so
jar.
good. In the what?
Glass jar.
In the glass jar. Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say cluster or something. Know what's happening.
When I was little, I used to, when I was baking, I would just eat the sugar raw.
Mm.
Did you ever
sugar
do that?
in the raw? Not really. I mean, I'm sure I did.
I have a sickening sweet
You
tooth.
got a sweet tooth. Although, oh my God. And the coffee too. You get that coffee. You get the pancakes. You get the little bit of bacon. A little bit of sausage.
What I'm craving.
Oh my god, you guys, that sounds so good. If we weren't Whole30, I would be going tonight, right after this, doing that.
Really?
For sure. I might even opt for the waffle, because you can do pancakes or waffle. I almost never get the waffle.
I think
might
at a
opt for
diner,
waffle.
I'm more of a pancakes girl.
I completely agree. I'm just telling you what.
At home, I'm more of a waffle girl.
I completely agree.
Yeah, right?
Because waffle is like $10 for
I
one
used to
waffle.
Make us Mickey Mouse shaped waffles every morning.
That is OG
blueberries
shit.
and
That is some
chocolate
OG
chips.
shit right there.
With sprinkles.
That is some OG shit right there.
Yeah. It's divine.
Frick. What are you craving?
I'm craving the chocolate. You know, in like France, when they bring out that big, like Grecian looking white tub that's just filled with like chocolate mousse, it's kind of leveled out.
Yeah, it's poetic.
And they have like a cold metal spoon, and they just boom, and they put a dollop with a little olive oil and sea salt, maybe some creme.
Yeah, some creme. I like that.
That's exactly what I want.
Okay.
And I've never had that before, but I know I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I want like chocolate melting in my mouth, but I want that sweet creaminess as well. That kind of just like balances out the richness. You know what I mean?
Very specific. Okay.
Do you know that people do podcasts where they eat and then they set up their little mics and they're like this and they're like...
Is it a mukbang?
They're usually British, so it's actually way more classy than a mukbang. And they're cutting their foods and they're like... they're asking like, what do you like to cook? Where's your favorite restaurant?
It'd be great to do that. We should do that once.
Right?
Yeah, we should do like a little eating thing.
Like, I think that we should do that like honestly once a week.
Okay, yeah, sure.
After Whole30.
After Whole30, yeah, we can't do that now.
I'd like to do some food reviews. Like, I didn't want to be pigeonholed in that genre, but, you know, any way to just, like, share and grow, right?
Yeah.
Let us know if you like this setup, though, for real.
Yeah, let us know what you prefer. I mean, we'll know.
We know you prefer the couch iron because you like to lay down.
Well, honestly, these chairs are pretty comfy.
Yeah.
So that's pretty G.
We got them for the outdoors, but they don't quite fit on our balcony, so.
They're a little big. But if we can repurpose it for this, that's pretty good.
So let us know.
And then tax write-off.
Yeah. Everything's a tax write-off, including Disneyland last year, even though we never made that vlog. Cheers.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good with that.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think? This is pretty good.
I don't know if it's incriminating. I don't know if it's...
I feel like, you know, you've established that your intentions
I
are
just
pure.
want to know that.
So
I want you to know this. You can have thoughts, but you cannot act on them, right? So...
So you can't say things like that. What does that mean?
I don't mean that in a creepy way. You know what I stand for, and you know my morals.
Yeah, I do. But I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is, you can have the thought, right? Like let me compare it.
What is the thought? So you have to say the thought. You can't say, you know, like when you have a thought, but you don't do it.
Because Aaron, I never have that bad of thoughts.
Okay.
I'm pure.
Okay.
I'm a woman of God.
Okay.
For grand. So my thought is to email Annie Baker and just say, hello, I would really like to meet you, and here are some samples of my work. That's my thought. So bad. And I'm not going to act on it because I don't want it to come off as desperate, even though my dream is telling me to find Annie Baker and work with her.
Okay.
Now, you tell me a thought that you haven't acted on.
Going to the diner and getting the food.
Exactly.
Right.
Now let's just practice like safe thoughts here. We're not having any bad thoughts. We're not having any. I don't want to sound like one of those conservative bros that sometimes like come up on my For You page. So I'm just trying to make it really clear that I love all people. Cheers.
Cheers to that. Okay, we're going to end it on this note because I don't know what's going to be said next. Thank you all for joining us this time around. It is Sophia's bedtime.
A reminder
We're
not to get up at 5 a.m. even if you take a 3-hour nap.
We are putting her to bed immediately. But look at her in those little PJs. So cute. She's going to melt into bed. Yeah, you're just going to melt into bed, I think. Fall right to sleep. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Sorry this one's a little late. We're going to get better about that. My parents were in town, so... things were a little off there, but we're coming back. We're coming back, and we're better than ever.
P505, bitches. Is that too much? To be honest. You can cut it out.
Huh? Easy crack. Here we go.
Is that too much?